When the mountains are so high that we cannot climb them, He will carry us over. When the streams of life become raging rivers, and we cannot cross them, He will carry us over. When the waves of life pushes us back to the bottom, He reaches down His nail-scarred hands, and He will carry us over. When we pass from this life and we stand at this river, He will carry us over. Good evening, and welcome to He Carries Me Over Ministries Incorporated. We were founded on John 3:16 and 17. For God so loved the world that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have an everlasting life. Pay attention to those words. For God sent His Son into the world not to condemn, pay close attention to that, but by through Him the world may be saved. God did not send His Son into this world just for a select few. He did not send Him to the cross for a select few. He did not call Him back into heaven to build a place just for a select few. He did it for everybody. Everybody who believes shall not perish, but have an everlasting life. He did it for everybody, not just for a select few. When Jesus was here, He did not condemn. That was not His job. His job was to win souls over to God. Same way we are today. We are not to condemn, but we are to lead sinners to the man that can save them. And that man is Jesus Christ. We cannot save your soul, but we can lead you to a man that can. We can't. But we can lead you to the man who can. If you're ever in a church meeting and they say, come forth, we're going to save you, turn around and run quickly out. Because they can't save you. They can lead you to the man that can save you, and that man is Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, the Son of God. Jesus Christ. This life has its troubles. Clouds burst, and then the flooding. This ship is tossed to and fro. When my spirit grows weak, I find I'm stepping backwards. He reaches down and pulls me forward. He walks the troubled waters for me. Yes, He walks the troubled waters. He comes with just a whisper. He walks the troubled waters for me. Out on the sea that day, the waves rose higher. Their ship was tossed to and fro. Their spirit grew weak. They cried, O Lord, what will we do? We will perish in the waters today. He said, O ye of little faith, lift your eyes toward the heavens, and I will walk the troubled waters for you. He walked the troubled waters. He come with just a whisper. He walked the troubled waters for them. He walks the troubled waters. He comes with just a whisper. He walks the troubled waters for you. Prayers tonight goes to our friend Judy. It's been about 2-3 years ago. They said she had pancreatitis. But more x-rays, more tests. She was in the 4th stage of cancer. Now she reports that her cancer has went to the bone. Remember that name tonight, Judy. Judy needs our prayers. Reverend Donna. God's got everything under control, Reverend Donna. Lois T. and her daughters of Line Fort, Kentucky. Just remember those. Our son Tylee in Rwanda. What can I say? We can lose our faith. See, that's okay with God. He's not mad, because we all do. But we're all welcome to return to Him. We cannot lose our faith during times like these. We can't do it. So Tylee, keep up your faith. And God will see you through. Just keep up the faith. Praises for Bob's eye surgery. Doing perfect. I know they would. And while we're on this, I've got to tell you something about mine. They said on my right eye was a basal cell carcinoma. There is no sound in that eye. There is no movement. The eye's got to be tucked out. I said to myself, that's what you think. Today, people have got movement in that eye, and I can see shadows. God is still at work with me. People, it don't take a person that you would think was so great with God, for God to do things. He can do it for anyone who wants it. But you have to want it. Go out, go and get it. Ask Him for it. Go and get it. And then you work for Him. You can out there and tell people who healed you and give Him praises for it. That's all He wants. He'll do it. He will do it. Praise your name tonight. Praise your holy name. He will do it. He will do it. I am the vessel in which He can work. He is the potter. I am the clay. Twisting me, bending me, shaping me in the ways He wants me. I am in the potter's hands. If I shall break, doing the making, He will piece the pieces together. If I fall, let me be. I am safe at the potter's feet, bending me, twisting me, shaping me in the ways He wants me. I am in the potter's hands. People, I'm only the clay, and He's the potter. He's still making me. You can say a work in progress, because He is still shaping me in the ways that He wants me. I am the vessel in which He can work. I wouldn't have it no other way. Do you think I'd be here speaking to you if I would not let Him control? He is in total control. Now tonight's message. When He gave me this message, I started to think about growing up. When we get out and play a game called Kick the Can, here will be a line, maybe 5, 6 people. Over here will be another line of 5 or 6 people. The can, you would kick the old can, and you would try to make it cross this line. But they would kick it back. Not one time did we ever think that can would hit us in the face and do great damage. We did not think about that because we were having too much fun by kicking the can. Sometimes we start playing at 6 p.m. at night on a Friday night. Before long, 10, 15 people a year, 10 to 15 people over a year. Where did they all come from? We had no idea, but we all joined together playing kick the can. Kick the can, kick the can across the line, you know? But the more I think about that game, kick the can, there was another game we played called King of the Hill. Little hill. We'd all fight to get up there, and suddenly you'd be up as King of the Hill, and somebody's going to yank you right off, and they take your place. King of the Hill. That'll come into right now in a minute. The King of the Hill. But the more I think about kicking the can, I think about Jesus on the cross. In the way that God does. You think you got it rough. Let me tell you a little thing here. Here is Satan wanting you. God walks right between us and Satan. God takes the pounding for us. He becomes, I was thinking, he's like the old can. The can, I'm not going to call him an old can, I'll call him a can. He takes a pounding for me and you. Because he don't want his children defeated. If he would move out of the way, see, Satan could get over here to us. But he jumps in between. He takes a pounding for me and you. Every day of our life, God is taking a pounding for me and you. Just when we think we've got it bad over here, look what God's getting. He's getting a pounding because he's blocking it from getting over here to us. Now you might say, wait a minute. All this sickness, this coronavirus that we're going through. Read your book of Revelations. It tells about the trials and tribulations that are to come upon us. And that is all this is, a big trial and tribulation. That is where your faith is put to the test. And that's exactly what's happening today. Faith is put to the test. Satan. But God is walking right between it where it can't really get to us. He's taking the pounding. But these things that are happening to us is a trial and tribulation as spoke of in the book of Revelation. It is a trial and tribulation that has to come to pass. He said, don't let your hearts be saddened because the end is not yet. These are moments of sorrow, something that has to come to pass. People, that's part of life. Sickness over here, that is a part of life. Death is a part of life. All this is just part of life. This coronavirus is a big trial and tribulation to put your faith to the test. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's putting our faith to the test because how dare God to sin is upon us. It's a trial and tribulation. Read your book of Revelation and you will find that it is a trial and tribulation. If you overcome that, to see if you, people, if we can overcome it. Glory land is waiting on us. That was his promise toward all these trials and tribulations. Just overcome them. Ask him for help and he will help. He takes the pounding. He becomes our can. Look what he did on Calvary. He took a pounding on Calvary for you and me. He took a pounding. And even today, he's still taking a pounding from Satan for you and me. He did it on Calvary, and he's still doing it today. He's taking a pounding from Satan. People, we have not got a pounding from Satan like he's getting a pounding. But we can, when he pours away, Satan's going to give us a pounding. So let's not let it go to that point. Let's let God and ask him the help. And He will. He takes the pounding. So we don't have to take it. Because He don't want His children defeated. He doesn't want us defeated. But we come defeated. When we let Satan come in, we become defeated. We become defeated, and Satan shouts the victory because he's won the victory. Don't let him have that victory. Don't let Satan have it. He's a good one to come in and steal your victory because that's his job. He'll come right in and steal your victory while you become defeated. And God doesn't want that. Sickness, pray to God for a healing. And He will. But people, you've got to be sincere with Him. You've got to be sincere and wanting that healing. And you better be prepared to do something for Him in return. Tell others about who healed you. Praise His holy name. And tell others who healed you. That's all that He wants. And He will heal. But people, each time that we sin, we're kicking the man who died on Calvary. We're kicking Him. We're kicking the can that comes between us and Satan. When we sin, we're giving that can a kick. The man who died on Calvary for us, we're giving him a kick every time that we sin. Every time that Satan comes into our lives, and we want it to happen. We want Satan over here. Yeah, we do. Or Satan would not come over. We want him over. And when we pull him over, we're giving God a kick. Don't do that. Don't let Satan have that victory. And you become defeated because that's what Satan wants. Don't let him do it. Only you can control that. By praying to God and telling others about Him, then you've got Satan over here moving away from you. But we can't blame God for things that's happening to people. When in the book of Revelation, it tells us that there are going to be trials and tribulation and sickness, people. This coronavirus, heart trouble, high blood pressure, diabetes, it's a trial and tribulation. Don't blame God for it. Just pray to God. Pray to Him. Pray to Him most sincere. And He will help. Now let's get up on this. Once upon a hill. In the King of the Hill, where we used to play the King of the Hill. You be up for a little while, somebody's going to jerk you off. See, that's what Satan wants to do with God. He wants to jerk him off of that hill. And Satan wants to become the king of that hill. But honeys, we're not going to let Satan do that. We are not going to let Satan become the king of that hill. Because that hill belongs to one person, and that is the person who died on Calvary. That's the king of the hill, not Satan. Because Satan has not done not one thing for us, but given us trouble in this lifetime. Jesus is the one that died upon that hill, and He is the king of that hill. He is the king of the hill. Once upon a hill, people, He died upon that cross. And He remains the king of that hill, not Satan. But Satan wants to be, and he will be, if we put him up there. But this night, I'm not putting him up there because he don't belong up there. Jesus belongs on that king of the hill. And he'll never come down off that king of the hill. He is the king of the hill, not Satan. People, I could go on this for the next 2 hours. But I hope what I said tonight benefited somebody somewhere. Saturday we'll go in with the Christmas. Why is there Christmas? Then beginning on December 26th through January the 6th, we'll go in with the 12 days of Christmas. On December the 31st, we will pray the old year out and the new year in. 3.5 minutes before midnight praying and 3.5 minutes after midnight, for a total of 7 minutes we are going to be praying. But before I close tonight, this coronavirus. People, it's getting bigger and bigger. We're almost at 300 million cases in the world. The death toll has continued to rise. Trial and tribulation. Just thank God. Think, T-H-I-N-K, thank God. And praise Him, people. And let's overcome this tonight. We can overcome it by not letting Satan become the king of that hill. Satan, you're not the king of the hill. So, go away. Go away. Jesus is the king of that hill. The man who died upon that hill is the king of that hill. Not the king of that hill, but the king of the hill. May God bless each and every one of you.